I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't even know if I should drop this. It's the glitchiest thing I've seen in Madden 21. Screw it. Let's go ahead and set you up for Madden 22 here in today's video. What is up, guys? Zan for the Zan Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the abilities that were ignored by the competitive community all year long that actually turned out to be 1 AP point route technicians. But before we get into the video, please do me a quick favor. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Zan Madden YouTube channel. If you guys are looking to take your game to the next level in Madden 22, definitely make sure you guys check out my strategy site, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our Vault Update, we take a look at the meta, or the most effective tactics available being used by pro players on the MCS circuit, breaking down not only how and why the pros do what they do, but most importantly, how you can counteract those metas when you face them in online gameplay. And if you guys sign up right now, you can take advantage of our Madden 22 pre-sale offer, getting a $120 value for just $75. Yes, you'll be able to unlock every single Vault Update on next gen, that's weekly, all current gen tips that will be included on the website, every offensive and defensive game plan, as well as access to our Discord server for site members that will all be included for one payment of $75. Make sure you guys take advantage of that pre-sale bonus. It is active until August the 19th, the day before the game comes out on retail. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get into today's video. I'm actually really excited for this one. We're going to be talking about the short in and the short out elite. These are actually abilities that pretty much were ignored by the competitive community and as kind of a proxy, the rest of the community all year long. Now, certainly there are some of you out there that were probably using this ability. Hopefully I can still teach you a little bit about these abilities because I think there's maybe a misconception as to what exactly they do on the field. I was actually going to save this for Madden 22, but there's a little bit of a feeling that I'm getting that they're going to tweak how these abilities work. Namely in that it started the year off working one way. They patched in a completely different set of coding for those abilities that I'm going to basically tell you about here in this video that allowed those abilities to do something completely differently to allow you guys to beat man coverage and actually get catch and traffic boosts. This was actually the best ability in the game. And depending on the receiver archetype, you could actually get this ability on your players for 1 AP. And the same could be said for tight ends. So let's go ahead and get right into it here. We're going to go ahead and run a 2x2 spread formation. I'm going to go ahead and go into a full screen for you guys so you can see this here. And what we're going to go ahead and do is show you guys what the short out and short in elites do. So you'll go ahead and notice here that we've got the outside receivers in the formation are Darren Waller and Tyreek Hill. Both of these players have what is known as the short out elite. Both of our slot options are DeAndre Hopkins, and also we have the other slot receiver, which is George Kittle, who's actually a tight end, and he's got the short in elite. Now, these route abilities, I'm sure many of you guys know, were abilities that were designed to give a route tech-like cut if the receiver was running a route that corresponded with basically the name of the ability. So you would assume that the short out elite would refer to basically any and all routes that were short routes that broke to the outside. Be it maybe an out route, a whip, you guys get the drift on the out version of the ability. But with the short in elite, you would assume that that would work on short in, slants, and routes that cross the field, breaking towards the middle of the field. And that's partially true. However, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how this really works on the field. So let's go ahead and choose a play here. It doesn't really matter. And on defense, I'm going to choose just your standard cover one man coverage. Now, keep in mind here as I show this to you here, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my abilities. On the outside, none of these receivers that I have the route tech. So we don't have any type of extra route running boosts like you might see on a Michael Thomas, or a Devontae Adams type receiver that has the route tech. These are just the short in and short out. Now you'll also notice that Kittle does have short in and short out, but we've got him actually lined up in the slot. That is where this tip becomes very important. The short in and short out elites do not reference or actually refer to where the route is going to. It refers to where the cut occurs on the field, meaning that a short in elite can get a light up animation on an outbreaking route and vice versa. A short out elite can get a boost on a route that is breaking over the middle so long as it is outside the numbers. So let me go ahead and show you exactly what I mean here. I'm going to take both of my slot players, which are short in elites, and I'm going to put them on short outs. I'm going to take both of my outside receivers that are short out elites, and I'm going to put them on short in breaking routes. And I want you to watch here. Now, again, Kittle has both, but I want you to pay attention to Hopkins, who only has the short in elite and also the mid in elite, but that's an out breaking route. So what you're going to see here is all 4 receivers light up against their man coverage. Snap the ball, all 4 guys lit up. Now, don't worry about the coverage sack. Obviously, I was just showing you the route combination here. You're going to see that against this man coverage, every single player lit up on their route and gained separation. Kittle to the out cut. Now, out routes are absolutely terrible on next gen, so don't worry, but this does constitute separation. The short out on the outside on his slant lights up, bumped into a guy, but he got separation to win over the middle. If we were to go to the other side, our short in elite in the slot, running an outbreaking route, lights up and gets separation going to the outside. Meanwhile, our short in elite, our short out elite in Waller on the outside, breaking over the middle, does win on his route against his man. Let's go ahead and show this to you again here. So if I were to go ahead and put, let's go ahead and do something different here. Let's go ahead and put the inside receivers on post routes. Well, accidentally snapped the ball there, but you saw that both of our inside receivers breaking over the middle on their short in elites were able to light up, even though the routes were intermediate level routes. You would think that post routes to both your your Y and your A receivers would not constitute the short in elite, but it does. It really, really does. So again, keep in mind here that even if you thought it was a mid in elite route for Hopkins, you're going to compare that over to Kittle, who has short out and short in. So clearly that post is neither an outbreaking route, nor is it a short route. But for some reason, the cut occurring at 9 yards for Kittle constitutes short and inside the numbers. So you're going to see everybody light up. So yeah, both guys lit up. They both gain separation. You throw the route, it's wide open. So this is route tech. This is route tech. Now, I want to go ahead and focus on the short out elite as well, because there's a little bit that you guys can learn from this. So on the outside receivers, if you use the Hot Route Master skinny post, you'll notice that the cuts for some reason occur at about 10 and a half yards. I find that on current gen with this version of the game that they will still light up with the short out elite. So watch Waller and watch Hill. See how they both ended up winning on their route, and then you could just throw that route open for a 1-play score against a center fielder, cover 1 defense. If you guys are struggling to get this route to light up on current gen, take those routes that you're throwing to the outside receivers on the skinny post and smart route them. So you see right there that the little notch on the route where he breaks to the post is at the opposite 49-yard line. If you smart route it, it will break those cuts. I accidentally already did that. You leave them smart routed, so they break right at that point. But if you smart route them, it'll change where they go, so that way they'll start to light up. But you should have no issues getting these guys to light up. These are really deep in breaking routes that are getting the benefit of short out elite, which is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now, this isn't just a man beating tip. This is actually a match coverage beating tip as well, if you were to think about it. So I want to go right back into this, and just very, very quickly, we're going to go ahead and talk about quarters. And we know that we can get, these safeties to bite if you attack them vertically in the slot, and then you just isolate a man beater on the outside with that short out elite. So you're gonna see here, you should get that cut, and it's just one-on-one, and you're gonna be able to lob over the top. Now, of course, Brady doesn't have gunslinger, so he kind of underthrew it. But again, you saw how that worked. If you know the rules of match coverage, you guys can basically use the short out and short in elites to create one-on-one mismatches. And you see right there, even though we got sacked, the B receiver was a 1-play score over the top. And the same can be said on the outside. If you know that you can, say for instance, get, a mismatch in the slot with Kittle, Maybe you go ahead and run something like this, and you see that he got separation against his man, and you were able to, you know, kind of throw that crossing route over the top. So there's so many different routes that light up with short in and short out. And again, guys, depending on the archetype that you guys are going to be using, you're going to be able to get this for 1 AP on a route running receiver archetype, slot receiver archetypes, get these for very, very cheap. And then certain tight end archetypes also can get this for just 1 AP. So realistically, you guys can put 4 of these on the field and start to scheme them correctly. Now, of course, you want to make sure that you know that your short out elites are standing outside the numbers. Because if I were to take my short out elite, say for instance with Tyreek Hill, let me go ahead and show you again, he just has short out elite. If I were to move him in, you see right here, now he's on the numbers or inside the numbers. If I were to put him on that same route, he's not going to light up here. You're not going to see that route light up. Now, his route running might still be good enough, and his top end speed still might be good enough that you can still throw him open, but you're not going to get that light up animation for that route tech separation that we wanted to talk about in this video. So I'm not going to overanalyze it, guys. That's going to do it for today's video. I know you guys like this video. I 100% know you guys like this video. If you did, please make sure you do me a quick favor. Hit that like button. Helps me out. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think of this tip. If you guys have been using this in your offense, tell us what you've been running. I'll definitely start to do a little bit more interaction with the comment section here as we head into Madden 22. Start to take, you know, request type tips and do videos around that once 22 drops. So make sure you guys are on top of that as well. Again, guys, you guys can follow me on all social media platforms at ZanMadden. It's TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. You guys get the drift. Also, gridirongameplans.gg, guys. I'm not going to try to oversell it to you in every video in Madden 22. I promise you that. But this is a banger of a tip video, man. And I would just want to kind of remind you guys, customers on Gridiron knew this months ago. And this is something where I'm kind of emptying the bag at the end of the year in Madden 21 because we don't quite know what's in store for us in 22. And this is a really, really awesome tip. It's something that you ought to be trying to install in your offense, mentally lab as you prepare for 22. This is something that really could put your offense in a great spot to start the year if it works the same. I don't know if it's going to work the same, so I wanted to make sure I hit YouTube with it just in case to let you guys know about it. Hey, and if it works in 22, it's better for all of us. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, again, drop that like button, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.